The Roman Catholic priesthood is a force for good in me, in my community, and in the world. The priesthood has led me to become an altar server in my parish. Priests also hold programs and gatherings outside of Masses to help people grow in their faith and support the parish. Finally, I am personally related to a missioner in Japan who is trying to share the gospel in a country that is less than 1% Christian. After watching my video, you'll agree that overall the priesthood is amazing and important to the goodwill of God's creation in me, my community, and the whole world. The Roman Catholic priesthood first started on Holy Thursday when Jesus gave his apostles the Last Supper. Firstly, the Roman Catholic priesthood is a force for good in me. Witnessing the priesthood at Sunday Mass has inspired me to become an altar server at Our Lady of Mount Carmel, my local parish. In addition, the Roman Catholic priesthood is a force for good in my community through Father Frank, one of my local priests. He started the Christ Life program in December 2022 to bring people closer to their faith. His program got a very good reception, and close to 200 people attended. We spoke recently about his experiences as a priest in the Christ Life program. So how do you view your role as a force for good in the world?
I think in the world we don't hear enough about God's personal love for us. It's a message that I think only comes through the church. I just want people to know that they don't have to do tricks for God in order for God to love them.
So what was your Christ Life program?
It was a weekly thing. We met for 7 weeks on a Thursday night. We praised God in song, and then they had to listen to me for 40 minutes, which was probably the most excruciating thing for them to do. And then they broke out into small groups, and they discussed the teaching or the topic that night, and they went home and came back the next week. Priests, I believe, are a force for good in the world because priests are charged with the message of love and reconciliation. It's the greatest gift we have is the love of God.
Finally, the Roman Catholic priesthood is a force for good in the world. Take my uncle, Father Francis Raya. Over 50 years ago, he was ordained a priest and sent to Japan. He's the pastor of 3 different parishes and is also a Catholic kindergarten principal. So how do you think priests are a force for good in the world, just in general?
Well, just by being there for parishioners, more than being able to speak is just being able to do things for people. I am a Catholic priest, and that's my being, you might say. But it's because I want to share the good news of Jesus that I enjoy being a missionary.
How does it feel being practically the only gospel some people in Japan might ever hear?
My first thought is it's thrilling. It's really thrilling, exciting on the one hand. On the other hand, that's quite a burden to have to carry. Yeah, just being able to go to sleep every night and say, well, I hope we did a little bit of something to show Jesus to those around me. And a lot of times it's just by being kind.
In conclusion, the Roman Catholic priesthood is a force for good in me, as it guided me to altar serving, in my community, as seen through Christ's life, and in the world, shown through my Uncle Francis, who will now give a final blessing.
皆さんと共に、またあなたと共に、全能の神、父と子と聖霊の祝福が皆さんの上にありますように。